Hey viewers and viewresses, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Surrey Being Hunted. I'm joined by Phil over on the old Discord, isn't that right,
I'm
Phil?
here, yes,
There he
yes.
is.
I'm here once again for some more fantastic fun in just talking and say you're being hunted as we have on occasion and various times, haven't we? Yeah.
Indeed. A bit of the old podcast style episode and all that, where me and Phil will chin wag and chatter and natter and prattle and witter and whatever the heck else
Oh
we do.
yes, because um, why not have an interesting thing to discuss about? Which I have got. But just before that, curious a little bit. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Feeling a lot better after a frigging COVID struck recently. So that fortunately has cleared itself up, and I'm feeling now a
Brilliant.
bit more right as rain, bit better, better than I was basically just a few days ago, is what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
you weren't
say.
feeling too good at all, were you?
No, I wasn't. It was pretty annoying, especially, since it's not the first time I've had COVID. And considering I am vaccinated as well, it's doubly annoying.
Really striking you. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
really got you. Um, yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but as
Nah,
long
it's
as you're feeling a
fine.
lot better, yeah,
Yeah,
that's all
I'm
good.
feeling golden
Uh,
now.
I'm doing okay as well.
Yes.
So
How
yeah,
doth life go in the land of Phil?
not too bad, not too shabby. Making good progress with various different things. Um, and yeah, I'll be getting a cat soon, so that'll
Ah,
be nice
yes.
as well. Um,
Indeed. You were mentioning this to me just before we started recording that Phil is soon to be the owner of a cat. He's going to have a
I will
moggy.
be, yes, yeah. I'm pleased about that. Can't wait to go pick her up.
Yeah,
It would be nice. Have a nice little pet to mill around with as
indeed.
well.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice.
So you got to get yourself all the equipment that you need, all your cat food, your scratch and post, and
Exactly.
whatever else have you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Need
Something
all
for it
that.
to,
So I'm
yeah.
gonna go do a bit of shopping to get those things.
Yeah. Ein Cat, very good. It's all, all go in the land of Phil then, which is pretty awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah, it's
But,
nice to have a pet sometimes, but and I'm
yeah,
not a dog person, so I am a cat person. So just thought I'd get a cat.
yeah,
Yeah.
indeed. Now, Phil, you said you had something interesting you wanted to talk about, though, in this
Yeah.
episode.
Okay. So just a little quick thing, which will be for interesting about some interesting and unusual jobs.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
some curious jobs. I've got a list of some that are quite peculiar, and some that we can discuss and we can talk about. So I'll start off with the first one. That it also lists the earning potential of the jobs as well, which will be interesting
Okay.
in dollar amounts. So the first one that I can see here is a paranormal guide
Paranormal
of
Guide.
30 to $40 an hour.
Okay, okay.
And basically, their job entails them guiding groups of people around abandoned mansions, castles, hospitals, and prisons, and seeking out paranormal activity.
Okay.
It's basically how it's like a sort of guide. Yeah, you would think as an interesting one. I would
Yeah.
think that would be a very sort of subject to where it's going to be, because some people aren't really going to get scared with things
No.
like that, and some people are going to see sort of various things. But you have to try and instill that sort of fear, don't you?
You have to instill the spooky vibes, Phil. That's what you have to do. Indeed.
Yeah, that's the thing about that. I suppose it's might be similar to one of those things, like the York Dungeons or something. Like they've got
Yeah.
actors in there. It might be similar to something like that, mightn't it?
Similar,
Where you're
but
having to.
yeah. But I don't know, with like this paranormal guide one, is that actually, for people who actually do believe in paranormal phenomena and whatever else
It
have
probably
you?
will be, and they go out to these various like abandoned places and see what they can find.
Yes,
Um, bit
indeed.
of interesting one.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a curious one.
it is a curious one.
Yes.
I'm not really that much of a believer in the paranormal
No,
stuff,
I'm
but
not either. I'm a skeptic,
I know,
very much.
yeah, but I know that people have seen various things and everything, and sometimes you have to wonder what they have been seeing. Yeah, the strange things. Um,
Game, why are you having a little lag spike on me just then? Very strange. There we go. Right. So, Phil, what's next on the list?
um, Well, the next one. Okay, this is a bit of a peculiar one. It's a snake milker,
Snake milker.
and they can have $2,000 to $5,000 a month.
Wow.
So it's quite something. So yes, snakes obviously aren't mammals, so it's not that kind of milking that we're talking about.
No.
But what snake milk refers to is collecting venom from these reptiles so that antidotes can be developed. Now that's good because that will help save thousands of lives as well. So
Yes.
it's basically getting the venom out of the fangs
Yeah.
of the snakes. So especially milking like that way. So I believe what they do is they have like a little sort of foamy plate, and what they do is they get the snake and get the fangs of the snake to pierce into this, and then it drips into a cup.
Yeah.
So they put this over a cup, and they grab the snakes by the head, and I think they make it so they put their fangs through this foam
Yeah.
thing, and then it will, and then the venom will drip down into the little bottle, and then they can take it away and use it as an antidote, which
Yes.
is really useful. There's so many venomous snakes out there, and some of the antidotes you really have to. Some of them have to be administered really quickly.
I'm glad it's milking the venom, that is, because as soon as you said snake milker, I was immediately thinking, what kind of milk are we fucking talking here, and where are you getting it from? Oh dear. My
That's
mind
what
went
it's called,
somewhere,
but I
Phil.
wouldn't want to do it because
No.
it would be a bit. Were you thinking maybe of collecting the semen?
I was thinking of collecting
of
a
the-
different sort of milk, Phil, that begins with S, ends in N, 5 letters, and basically sounds like someone who works on a ship. But indeed, Phil,
Didn't I
indeed.
just say that?
Yes, that's exactly what you just said, basically.
Anyway.
I was trying to be
Yeah,
creative
but-
with my clues, but no,
But
clearly I
you were,
wasn't.
but I'd already said it.
Yeah, you pretty much already said
So-
it. Yeah. So it didn't really work now, did it, Phil?
No, it didn't.
No.
Would you want to? I mean, I think they would wear like really protective gloves
Probably.
in order to do it. Yeah, so they don't get. But that would be still that's quite a good salary though, isn't it for it? On the snake milker. Okay, the next one is a pet psychologist.
Right.
Earning potential is $52,000. That'll
Yeah.
be a year. Obviously, there's loads of different pets, but they would look into looking after and seeing, because pets will have emotions and things like that. So they're basically, a pet psychologist will work like a psychologist for humans, so looking into their emotional states and things like that, because they can get agitated. So it would be like especially house pets. And sometimes you can have some house pets that show, will show signs of depression and things like anxiety.
Yes.
So they are there to sort of diagnose that and offer suggestions of how to make things better.
I've just got images of a psychiatrist with just like a dog lying on a psychiatrist's couch. And tell me, Fido, how do you feel today?
Oh, I totally agree. You shouldn't be feeling
Yes.
like that.
We should not be feeling like that, old boy. And what does your mother make you feel like, Fido? You see? There you go.
That would be interesting because why have they gone that route and not the route of humans?
Yes, indeed.
Makes you think. But yeah, they do have needs and things like that.
Yes. Yeah, there's pet psychologist. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, this next one is one I have stated before. When we have talked in the past about weird jobs and things like that. Dog food taster. So
Oh,
this is
yeah.
actually a job. Yes, 45,000 per year. So, of course, they can't. Dogs, can't speak, so we don't know whether they like it or not. So they get humans to actually sample the food that the dogs have. But they taste the food, and it's also used so they can taste the nutritional value of the pet food, which means tasting it. Now you would think, ugh, but apparently there are some dog food that doesn't taste that bad.
Yeah. I just remember at the time we did that Bean Boozled challenge that one time, and we had dog food flavoured beans in that one, and that was quite a taste, that was.
Yeah, that was quite a taste. But I mean, they've got to do it, so they've got to taste it and make sure it's nutritional for dogs.
True.
I don't know how you can work that out from tasting it.
No.
If it tastes nutritious. Oh yes, from this taste. Oh yes, it's got lots of vitamin B1 in there, and what's that I'm tasting? A bit of magnesium in there as well.
Magnesium and vitamin B1, indeed. Just
Just
imagine
what
it's like
dogs
a
need.
just imagine it's like a wine tasting club, except they're just sampling dog food instead.
Oh God,
Jesus.
yeah. Well, someone's got to do it, and it was good earning potential as well.
Yeah.
Okay, next we've got a
Right.
odor sniffer.
Oh.
$48 an hour. Yeah, this would be a thing. Yeah, it's obviously I believe these sorts of people work for deodorant companies.
Yes.
So they're basically tasked with ensuring that deodorants, perfumes, and other cosmetic products smell nice and last for as long as they claim to last. So what they'd do, yeah, they'd have to sniff the person's armpit before they apply the deodorant, and then they apply the deodorant and sniff them. And they'd have to test after like 48 hours, because obviously some of them say it gives you 48-hour protection.
Yeah.
And they would have to go along and say, does it? So that what they'd do is probably they'd sniff the armpit before the deodorant was applied, for example, and then they'd go away, come back 48 hours later after they've sprayed it, and see if they can still smell it on
Yeah.
their armpit. Yeah.
I just got weird images there of people sort of insisting it's not a sex thing when they just pull people's arms up and smell under their armpits. It's just like, feels like someone's
Ooh, it
weird
smells
fetish. It's not a
Yeah.
sex thing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just smelling your armpits. There we are.
Yes, you might have to smell the smelly bits, but it won't be for long because you put
No.
the deodorant on and you smell it in. Put like Lynx Africa, because
Yeah.
it's only ever that. That's the only deodorant that ever seems to exist in the world.
Everything by links. Links this,
That's
links
it,
that.
They know what to do, yeah.
Yes.
Next is a professional cuddler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, the reason this is in place is because studies have shown that physical touch and intimacy can boost well-being, because they obviously release oxytocin,
Yeah.
which is the hormone that regulates stress and wellness. So professional cuddlers basically are just there to cuddle you for a set amount of money, and for people who might be a bit lonely.
Yes.
Seems a bit funny that, but I
yeah.
don't. You can't get too intimate. You can't just like start, caressing and everything. It's just a cuddle and that's it.
Oh dear, yes. Could you imagine that? Somebody suddenly starts coming onto you whilst you're a professional cuddler and all that. Yeah.
That would be but that would be very awkward. So I think
Yes.
it's probably before anything happens, guidelines are probably set down.
Yeah. Scary thing is, though, I can probably imagine that has happened on numerous occasions where someone has tried to take advantage of that, and as a
Yeah, and
result, it's got
They'll have
weird
to
very
actually stop
fast.
it. They'll probably have to stop it straight away. Yeah.
Indeed. Yes.
But
No humanity. That will have happened.
But can you just also, if you had a significant other, how are you going to explain that to them? Oh, what do you do for a job? I cuddle people. Yeah,
Yes. It would be a bit of a strange one, wouldn't it? That would.
it's like the people who are escorts. Some people are fine with having a relationship with someone who's a prostitute.
Indeed.
Things like that. Okay. Okay, now this one is probably one that some people think is their dream job. A movie watcher.
Right.
So, a movie watcher, yeah, it's essentially companies like Netflix have it, but they call it an editorial analysis. So basically, what they do is they watch, rate, tag, and annotate the shows. So they have to watch the show and annotate it. So if it's like a show about love and things like that, they'd have to obviously tag it with love, marriage. But they watch the film. So yeah, it might seem like a dream job, but you've still got to tag it all and see out various bits as well.
plus,
And you have to rate it as well,
yeah.
and annotate it where you think about the show itself.
And plus, I think, you probably encounter a lot of garbage stuff that's just boring or whatever, and you have to deal with that as
Yeah,
well
that's
as
the
the good
problem.
stuff. Yeah.
That's the problem. You have to watch some garbage, trite, and just like because shows because I think Netflix has things like Love Island, things like that. So you will have to watch
yes.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to
Um,
watch that
okay.
shit. Indeed.
So yes, you might get to watch some of your favourites. So you might get to watch I get to watch some like Game of Thrones, but then you've got the opposite end of the scale.
Yeah, indeed. Can you tell that we don't really rate shows like Love Island, Phil?
Yeah, we've mentioned it quite a few times, haven't we?
Indeed.
The next one. Now, this is a bit sad, and you would think, oh God, you don't see it. It's a professional mourner,
I've heard of this one. Yeah.
also known as morologists. And they have originated in Egyptian, Mediterranean, Chinese, and Near Eastern cultures. So basically, they get paid to lament the loss of a life,
Yeah.
and provide comfort to the family of the deceased, or deliver eulogies as well.
Indeed. Yeah, I think I've heard of that one before. Just, it seems a bit odd though, paying people just to pretend to be mourners at a funeral or something. It's like, God,
Yeah,
feels kind of
the
sad.
potential because you do well. I suppose it's because they don't want to be there, isn't
Mm.
it?
Hmm.
As well, they don't want to be in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, paying people to do things that you think, which links into the next job as a professional bridesmaid.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can actually get someone to. So they basically do the responsibilities of helping the bride pick out the dress, arranging the parties, creating wedding registries, and making the venue.
Mm.
But that might go to show you it's a bit sad, really, because does that show you that maybe the bride hasn't got many friends?
Maybe I was about to say that
They
as
have to
well,
get a
but then
professional bridesmaid, yeah.
yeah, but then you described all the other responsibilities, and I was kind of like, is that really professional bridesmaid, or is that more kind of like wedding planner in essence? What we're describing
Yeah, it
here?
seems like a bit of a wedding planner, but also they
Yeah,
do bridesmaid stuff as well. But still, you
true.
think, oh, you're a bit lonely.
Yeah, you're not a
Um,
popular bride. You need to
Popular
actually
bride.
hire some bridesmaids.
Exactly. Yeah, what are you doing?
Mm.
Okay, what have we got next? Okay, right. This is an interesting one. An iceberg mover. So,
Right.
so when an iceberg is in the way of a shipping route, these professionals basically come in and relocate it using tugboats and cranes to keep ship passengers and crew members safe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yes, because we don't want a repeat of Titanic.
No, I think you'll find, Phil, that I'm an iceberg mover because whenever
What
I
in
go down to
Tetris?
my
Okay.
well, I was going to say, whenever I go down to my local supermarket, I just go into the salad section and move a load of bags of iceberg lettuce.
Right. Are we supposed to laugh at that?
Yeah, I was wondering, is he even going to dignify that with a response? And the answer is no, not really. There you go.
No.
Oh. Oh well. Let me know in the comments if that made you double up with laughter, if that made you slap your knees, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, red.
Yeah.
So
Just
funny.
Andrew. Yeah. Don't give up your day job. Don't go. Don't enter. Don't even think about entering the comedy circuit. Don't.
Oh, what, you don't like my iceberg joke, Phil? Hmm? You don't appreciate
No.
comedy.
Not stop. What? What's this one?
Oh,
Professional mermaid.
well, okay.
Yep, it is a job. Okay, so professional mermaids perform at parties and events and create experiences to keep their audiences engaged and entertained. And they can set their own hourly rates.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
basically,
I
you're
assume, oh, maybe it's good for like maybe aquariums or sea life centres or shows like
yeah,
that, maybe.
it's like pool parties and stuff like that. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a very
Basically, I'm
weird job.
guessing. Yeah, you're a performer in essence.
Yeah, that's a better way of saying it. Performer,
Yeah,
absolutely. I think of that. But
indeed.
mermaids. Okay,
Eliminate.
weird. Next is, oh god, here we go. Another word. Face feelers. Right.
Face
So these are also referred to as sensory scientists.
Okay.
So these use their hands to judge the effectiveness of products like lotions, cleansers, and razors.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. So okay, to see how it feels. Yeah. So see through like a razor, if it's really good at getting rid of the beard or the stubble, so you can then feel the face, see if it's completely gone or something like that, or to see if the lotion has made the skin a bit, feels a bit better. Could be something like
Okay.
that.
I see. Yeah, that makes quite a lot of sense. Actually, that one. Basically, your product testing, in essence.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Next is yes, I've heard about this one. A professional queuer. So they basically will wait in line for other people. So if you don't
Ah.
want to wait in line, you can pay them to wait in that line for you. So you can go off and do other things, and they will, slowly work their way up the queue.
Interesting. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of those things. I guess people just need them if they wanted to, get in line for something that's limited edition or something like that.
Well,
So,
one of the major things that they can be used for is Black Friday events.
that true. Yeah, that too, even.
Things
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
God, I've never ever been to the shops on Black Friday, and I have absolutely no intention of ever doing so.
No,
If I'm
no,
honest.
it's way too manic.
Yeah.
It's way too manic. That's the issue with that. You just there's too many things going on. You just wait for a little bit. You don't
Yeah.
need to be trampling people, and it has caused deaths.
It has. I feel like you probably hear of a death every sort of year, a death or two. Another person was trampled to death in John Lewis this morning after.
Yeah, after being Trump. Yeah, but I suppose they would. That's an interesting. Well, it'd be a boring job just standing in the queue
Yeah.
for ages. Who knows?
What's next on
Golf
the
ball
list?
diver.
golf ball diver.
Here's the next one. Yes. So obviously, there's obviously water hazards on a golf course.
Course, yeah.
So they would have to go in and retrieve those golf balls and then go and get them cleaned, and then they can be used again at a later date. So they'd have to go in and retrieve them. I'd assume they'd have to put on some swimming gear or gear like that. But I suppose that's what you get, isn't it?
Indeed. I was just think actually about golf courses. Think of like the amount of balls that are just like lying in bushes and out of sight in the rough and things like that people have lost over the years.
Yeah, and you can never find them. There might be someone who has to go out and collect them as well.
Yeah, it's probably the same person as the golf ball diver. They'll probably just be trained, or just told go out and collect golf balls, discard golf balls and whatever else. Yeah, indeed.
Okay, next we've got a ice rink hand holder.
Okay.
So they're basically, that ice rink attendants are hired to monitor the ice skating crowds and in some cases hold people's hands. So I guess for people to help people when they're just trying to get used to it, stop from falling down.
That feels basically like what we're describing there is basically an ice skating instructor, something like that.
Very similar, yes, but that's what it goes to, especially in the winter months when it gets even more like that.
Yes. God, it has been many, many a year since I last went ice skating, I must say.
Make sure you don't fall on your arse. Yeah, that's the main key thing about it.
That happened a few times from what I remember, but yeah, I think it's bound to happen whenever you go ice skating.
Okay, we'll do a couple more.
Okay.
Paper towel sniffer.
Right.
Yes. Let's be honest. The deciding factor for you when purchasing rolls of paper towels probably isn't their aroma.
No.
But there are people out there who get paid to ensure that manufacturers produce high-quality products without a putrid smell.
True, yeah. You don't want them to smell
Does it make
weird.
sense? Yeah. There are some toilet papers that do have... I've noticed there are some that do have fragrances. I know there's like a coconut one and things like that.
Aloe vera fragrant ones and all that, yes. Indeed.
And we'll do one more, which is a professional sleeper, of course. Yeah, so this will be for mattress manufacturers, and they hire professional sleepers to test their products for comfort. So they make sure, for things like hotels, and make sure they're, that the mattress is suitable for getting a good night's sleep. So they'd actually have to sleep on it properly, and make sure it's in working condition. Yeah. So I can understand that one. Yeah, because you.
Yeah, I feel like we've probably mentioned that one actually before. Professional sleeper. I think that it just sounds familiar, like one that has come up before in a So You're Being Hunted podcast style episode at some point.
Yeah. Oh, I actually have to do this one because I know you like this one because it's a very big thing in Japan. It's of course the famous train pushers.
Oh, the train pushers, yeah.
Yeah, the ones who push because trains in Japan can get really full. They're actually referred to as oshiya. Literally meaning pusher. They have to obviously cram as many people as they can into the because it gets very full. But I've seen this before. It's funny the way they do it.
You find videos of them on YouTube and just like slowly but surely cramming everyone into a bullet train.
I know, it's funny, isn't it? Yeah.
Indeed. Very, very weird.
But that's interesting. I know there's other ones that we've mentioned in the past that you think, oh my god, that sounds amazing. Like there's 3 ones that sound like, oh my god, that's amazing, but they all will have downsides. The one's ice cream tester.
Oh yes.
Again, you just get bored of it. Chocolate taster.
Yeah.
And being a video game
tester.
Again. So you may think, oh, that's amazing, but no, some of them can be really difficult.
Yeah.
And you'll especially the ice cream and chocolate taste. You're gonna have to do a lot of exercise to counteract all that.
Burn all those calories off that you're taking in and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was a few more wacky jobs with myself and Phil.
Yeah.
Nice
So
little
interesting little jobs there. Yeah. I thought we'd have a little look at those.
Indeed. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you too can be an iceberg mover if you go down to your local supermarket and move those bags of iceberg lettuce.
And if you did do that, you'd probably get shouted at by a shopkeeper.
Yes, that too.
Well.
Indeed. Well, thanks for joining me there, Phil.
Thanks for joining me as well.
Yeah, indeed. I'll get to fill into some more episodes at some time soon, hopefully. And in the meantime, we'll wrap up here. So, Facebook and Twitter links are down below, along with the link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. But other than that, we're signing off now. Goodbye, everybody. You saying goodbye, Phil? You saying goodbye there, Phil? Huh? 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 Nope, he's not. He's just decided to go absolutely silent.
Oh, sorry, my thing crashed.
Oh, that's what caused it. There we go.
Later.
See you later, everyone. Maybe I want to stay sort of behind these, possibly. Behind these tanks. Damn, I fucking love this game already. I've not even done 10 episodes of it yet, but it's really freaking good. Alright, where are we here? Observation Tower, General's Office, Distillery, Officers' Quarters, Latrine. Oh, there's the front gate. We came sort of round this side, didn't we? Yeah, because there's the bunker. Then we sort of came in over here. Right. Yeah, because here's all like that bunch of tanks where we are at the moment. Alright, so bloody General's Office is right on the other side of it. So maybe we just have to go in like a big arc. And concealed. That's good to know. Okay, it's like fucking Assassin's Creed, isn't it? Oh, shit. There's a couple of them over there.